Again, thank you guys. I appreciate your presence. So let me share my screen. And once you see my screen, you just confirm.
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yes, I can see
So
your screen.
during the session, so all of you can mute yourself. And whenever you get any question or if you need any information at that time, you can unmute yourself and you can ask questions so that we can have a clarification for that. Fine, Aniket?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
See, now see here, I'm going to open a presentation wherein which we just understand about what is this SAP. And before that, I will show you the course contents which we are going to cover during our SAP MM course. That is this one. So this course contents also you will be getting today. So after the class. Now these are the course contents of SAP MM and some introduction about me, and also the training is completely on corporate training model and it is on real time. So what do you mean by real time? So whatever the training discussions that we do and whatever the practice that you do, it is on the basis of real time. What does it mean? Once you get once you get placed in any one company as a SAP MM consultant, what and all the activities that you will be doing, same thing we will be discussing over here, and same thing you will be practicing on SAP ERP software. That is the meaning of real time. And also we will learn all those activities, we will learn by doing, which means you will do the same activities in ERP software. It is a kind of practice and it is a project based learning. What do you mean by that? So after few introduction classes initially, say for 4 classes, then we will take one client as a project and we will start implementing SAP for that particular client, which means that is a real-time project kind of activity. And all the discussions that happens during the class and day in and day out is the activity that you and me as a SAP MM consultant will work in the projects, in real-time projects. Now see, coaching and monitoring, so which means I will provide you interview questions and answers, and also I'll be providing you some kind of homework and some kind of tips for you on daily basis or class basis, or maybe 2 days or 3 days once class, so that will make you more comfortable in terms of spending more time on SAP MM and also learning and exploring yourself on different features that are available for SAP MM in the ERP system. And some introduction about me, so you can just go through it anyhow, you will get it after the class, this all this course content. And here if you go down, so all the course contents that we cover for today, all the course contents are listed here, so you can go through all these course contents. Okay, and if you have any questions and clarifications, then you can ask me. This is the course contents, all the course contents that we cover, and this will be shared to you. So for now, I'm going to close this. Now, let us consider all of us are very new to SAP, and we will try to understand this SAP ERP from scratch. So which means from ABC of SAP ERP software. Now, there is a small presentation I have prepared for you. So let me close. There are 2 windows which got opened. So I have closed one window. So let me open this and let us discuss about this SAP first before we getting into SAP MM activities. Now, well, fine. So now see here, SAP. See, SAP is an ERP package. Before we understand what is an ERP package, SAP stands for Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. What do you mean by that? It means this SAP ERP software will be used by any companies. Any company means it can be a pharmaceutical company, it can be a food industry company, it can be a mechanical company, it can be a service based companies like banks or any insurance companies, or any it can be mechanical, aviation, it can be any company. They can use this SAP ERP software for processing the data of different departments. If you take any company organization, you will have different departments: HR department, finance department, procurement department, material management department, So production department, sales department, like this. So in each and every department, there are so many transactions that takes place on a particular day. So now where that data will be stored, that has to be recorded somewhere. So for that, most of the companies will use ERP softwares, and this SAP also will be used only for maintaining the data of different departments of any company. Now, SAP is an ERP package or a software. What do you mean by ERP? Let us try to understand. See, ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. What do you mean by enterprise? Enterprise can be any organization or any company. So, in any company that you see on the planet, it will have four resources. What are those four resources? Those are men, all employees, labors, materials, any material that is being consumed for the operations of the business, or the material which the company produces, means manufactures. Those are the materials. Machines, any machines that are being used by the company to process the raw material to come up with a finished product. Those are the machines. And money, finance. Of course, without finance, no business can be started or run their operations. Now these are the resources. Now enterprise resource planning means all these ERP packages will help the businesses to plan their available resources, to utilize them effectively for making better profits. Now all employees, laborers are men. All material can be a desktop which will be used by the employee, table, chair, all these things. Any material, or any material which is being produced or manufactured by the company, say Cadbury company, they are into food industry, cookies, chocolates. So those are also materials to manufacture. They need a machineries. Those are the machineries. Or it can be a vending machine, coffee machine also can be a machine. You can consider that as a machine. Or finance. So of course, money, without money you cannot run any operation. So money is needed for the business to run. So basically these are the resources which will be used by the any company. You take any company, it is an aviation company, mechanical company, chemical company, pharmaceutical company, any company, they will use these resources. Now see here, you can see something called as intangible material. Now what do you mean by this intangible material? See, any material a company has, but they cannot weigh the value of that particular material, or they cannot touch and feel. Say for example, company logo. Can anybody touch that company logo and feel it? No, they cannot. Nobody can. Now company logo, can they say that I will sell this logo for 100 rupees or 1 lakh rupees or 10 crore rupees or 100? No, they cannot weigh the exact value for which they can sell that logo. So those things will fall under intangible materials. That is just for reference. There is nothing to do with that intangible materials for us. Now let us move on and try to understand. See, ERP. So ERP is a software and systems used to plan and manage all the core supply chain, manufacturing, services, financials, and other processes of the enterprise. Enterprise means company, any company. So for that reason only they will use. Now ERP covers all the techniques and concepts for the best utilization of the resources of the enterprise to maximize what? Profits. That is what we were discussing. Now if any company uses any ERP software, okay, like SAP ERP software, then this SAP ERP software has features developed in it to maintain the data of different departments very easily and conveniently, and they can take reports also. Say HR department, they want to know, they can enter all the data related to new employee, when he joined, which project he is working, what is his permanent address, what is his temporary address, and who is his manager, and who is his senior manager, and who is his project manager. all this information can be maintained. And whenever they need it, they can take the reports. So why all these things can be done? Because all the features and functionalities already inbuilt, developed in ERP softwares. So that is the reason why. So based on that, see, business is nothing but data. Please remember this. Without data, no business can survive. Why? Because no business can come to know what is happening in the business without having a proper data in place. So that is the reason why the data is a must for the every business to maintain each and every transaction in an organized manner and analyze wherever it is required and take necessary decisions to ensure that business is functioning smooth and also gaining the profits at the end of the day, month, quarter, year, and so on. Now let us move on. Now ERP softwares is based on integrated, okay, management, okay, of all the departments in an enterprise. Now what do you mean by integrated management? Now see here, observe this carefully. Now integrated management is nothing but different departments data. Now if you take SD, it is a sales. If you take MM, it is a procurement activity. See, all purchasings will happen through MM. Inventory management, all the stocks, whether it is a stock of the materials which will be used for the operations, table, chair, laptop, mouse, pen, pencil, stapler, all those things are any raw materials. So say for example Cadbury company, they need milk, they need wheat, they need a coffee beans, they need sugar, they need jaggery. All those materials procurement will be handled by the purchasing department. Now will the purchasing department procure or purchase only the raw materials? No, not at all. Any material that is being used for the business operations, even those materials also will be purchased by procurement department. Now what are the materials that will be used for operating their daily business? Now see here, employees needed desktops, laptops, chairs, okay, conference room, all equipments, electronics, electrical equipments, TVs, conference video calling, TVs, all these things. Those things also will be procured by the procurement department. Now we are learning SAP MM. Now what and all the things that we learn? So we will learn in SAP to handle all the procurement activities of a company. Whenever we are doing all the procurement activities, then how the system, SAP ERP system, has to set up for the business to maintain all the data related to procurement. So that will be handled by SAP MM Consultant. Now who will enter the data? The data will be entered by the business users, not consultants. When business users are entering the data for and maintaining the material masters and all those things, at the time business user gets any kind of issues or errors, at the time SAP MM Consultant will help them to solve the issues. Why? SAP Consultant is an expert in terms of providing solutions in SAP MM area. So now you have to remember one thing: you will not work as an end user once you go through the SAP MM training. Instead, you will provide the solutions. If MM department is getting any issues or any errors in SAP, you will solve it. How to solve it? It is very dead easy. For that, what you need to do? You need to just attend each and every class. You have to do each and every homework, and you have to do practice as to what we do in SAP system during the class. Same thing exactly. No research is needed, no further efforts is needed. Exactly do what you are doing. You will be very competitive with the person who is having minimum 4 years of experience as an SAP consultant. This you will come to know down the line when we go through the course. Now PP, it is a production department. They create production orders, they do the production planning, all those things will be a PP activity. Now plant maintenance, finance, FI, financial and accounting, CO, controlling, HR, human resource management, SD, sales and distribution. Now see here. Sales and distribution, what and all the activities will happen? Creation of sales order, creation of delivery document, and creation of invoice. Now see here, when the invoice is being created, by whom? SD user, not consultant. Remember this. Terminology is also very important for us to understand. Now, there is an SAP SD user, business user. He will create an invoice. Now, when he creates an invoice, who will collect the payment? Finance department, right? Now, he has say some sales order was created for some customer, number one, and for him the products delivery is also happened, some 100 products, and the invoice also raised. What is that invoice number? Say invoice number 10. This is invoice number, so INV I'll put invoice number 10. Now invoice is raised by SD, sales and distribution department. Now who will make the payment for this invoice? Customer only, right? Because customer is to take 100 quantity, right? Material, say for example fans, 100 fans he has purchased. For that 1 lakh rupees is the amount. Then invoice will be sent to the customer. Then who will make the payment? Customer. Who will receive the amount? Sales people will receive the amount? No, finance department will receive the amount. Now what will happen? See here, when the invoice is raised in the system by the SAP SD user, how the finance department comes to know that there is an invoice raised for 1 lakh and this is the customer and he needs to make the payment by, consider, March 15th. How the finance department will come to know? They should have some information related to invoice in the finance department, then only they will come to know. Now see here, SAP ERP. See, whenever any business uses SAP ERP software, okay, for maintaining the data, all the departments will enter the data in single SAP ERP software, which means all the data transactions that happens in the business, all the data will get stored in the single database. What does it mean? Centralized database. All MM, all PP, all plant maintenance, all financial and accounting department, all controlling, all sales, everybody is entering a data in single container, which is SAP ERP database. That is the meaning of integrated management. Is it enough? No. The most important thing is, since the all the departments, whoever enters the data, it is getting and stored in a single place, then the data flow from one department to another department is also very easy. Now, what do you mean by that? See here, when the delivery document is created, at that time some material document has to be created. So that material document, inventory document, so that material document is related to materials management. Now who will do the delivery? Delivery will be done by the sales user. Now when the sales user creates a delivery document in SAP system, automatically material document also will be created. If that won't create, then what will happen? User will be there here. That user, again, he needs to put some efforts to maintain or to create the material document. So that is unnecessary work. Same person, when he is doing the delivery, at that time, why can't he do the same activity? See here. Maybe the SD user may not be knowing how the material document to be created. So means which amount to be credited, which amount to be debited, so all those things. Now see here what happens when we use SAP ERP software. Automatically here SAP SD consultant, okay, and SAP FICO consultant, financial and accounting, this FI consultant will sit together and will work in such a way that whenever anybody is creating an invoice, at the time automatically the data related to this invoice should be flown to this particular finance department. See how easy, because of SD consultant and FI consultant sitting together for 1 hour and doing some configuration activity, and because of that any user creates an invoice, automatically the data which is required to pass to finance department, automatically it is going here and it is getting created. Now what happens? What is the importance of this? Now, if automatically it is going and creating, there is another user, finance user. These finance users is no need to take any tension, or they no need to put any efforts in terms of collecting any invoice information from the sales department. Otherwise, what will happen? They will prepare one file in Excel sheet or in Word. They will take a printout and they will send it to finance department. Again, these people will open one laptop computer, and again they will keep on, they will bend their head, and they will keep on entering into data into the finance department. See, are they using the resources effectively? No. Same thing, copy paste. Again, people morning, one SD user is copying, pasting, and creating, and again same thing, he is coming and copying, pasting. For that copy paste, company has to give him 1,000 rupees per month. See, are they using the are they utilizing the finance effectively? No. Are they utilizing the resources, employees effectively? No. So that is the reason, when they use the ERP softwares with centralized database, at the time there is a concept called as single point of entry. Understand this carefully. Single point of entry. What do you mean by single point of entry? Now it means, whenever any user is creating a specific document, it can be sales order, it can be delivery, it can be invoice, it can be purchase order, it can be a mygo, it can be a receipt of invoice, a purchase invoice, or whatever it may be. Whenever the first user is working on it, if the same information needs to be passed to different department, say delivery is getting created, it has to be passed to some inventory accounting document in material management needs to be created. That also will be created automatically. Now I will show you. See here, when invoice is being created, automatically accounting document will be created. Now, for now, we will not create. I will just show you the documents in SAP. See how well automatically the data will be generated, whatever the explanation that I have done. Now let me just show you, log into SAP and show you how automatically the data will be passing. Now I'll say minimize this. I'll minimize this. I'll log into SAP. So hopefully, so this is the first time maybe you are seeing SAP. So once you get the software, so SAP logon icon will be there like this. So how to get this software, how to get it installed, don't worry, we have a separate admin. We will provide you the all the information, so you can connect the admin, and those people will help you, or you can also connect me, I will also help you. Now let me show you how SAP looks like, but tomorrow I'll explain you each and every basic functionality as to how you need to operate this SAP ERP system. For now, don't worry. I'm just showing you the importance of single point of entry at SAP viewpoint. Now see here. I just log into SAP. Now see here, double click on this SAP logon icon and provide the username and password after selecting anyone. So I'll select anyone. That's okay. So don't go with the name. So any ERP system can be operated by any functional consultant. I am giving my username and password. And see here, I will go to some database table where already the invoices have been created. So what is this? Don't worry, these are very simple things that we will be learning in initial stages only. So now I'm going to this table, because this is one table. In this table, all the invoices which is already created by the users will be available. So I want to take those invoices. Now I'll say execute. Now I will open one invoice, how it looks like, and that invoice, any one invoice I'll collect from here. Any one invoice I'll collect from here. See here. I'll take, say, for example, this 70 invoice. Now I'll just copy this. Don't worry what about this, because all these things we will be learning. So I'll go to some other place, VF03, to display the invoice details. Okay, here I'll paste that invoice number. This is the document number. See, whenever you get an invoice, if you go to the hotel, if you have a dinner, okay, so then they will get you invoice. See, on that also there will be an invoice number. So this is also invoice number, where you can view the data related to that invoice. Now see here, There is a one customer called 19 and he is a Apollo hospital, and that customer has procured or purchased vitamin D material. What is that material number? This is the material number. So quantity, he has purchased 1000 quantity and it is 100,000, which means 1 lakh rupees. Now see here, who will create this billing document? As I mentioned, see here, I'll go to here. See, SD user will create invoice. When he creates invoice, automatically an accounting entry will be generated in finance department. See, for finance department, a reference document by automatically create. See, I'll click on accounting. See here, what is the accounting entry that is generated? See here, Apollo Hospital account posting key means the PK means posting key. His account got, see, debited. D, see 01 means debited, see invoice. So his account got debited, and see here revenue accounts got credited. So whenever sales happens, their account, customer account should debit and revenue account. So see here what is happening. So FI department is not required to work on creating this document. So whenever the sales user is creating an invoice, automatically for finance department reference document is getting created. That is the meaning of single point of entry. Do not do any activity related to that document by any other department again. Why? It is just a duplication. Instead, consultants will come here and they will help and they will do some kind of configurations where, see, if they create 1000 documents per day, for all 1000 documents, automatically perfect document with correct amount, correct debit account, correct credit account will be debited, credited, all these things will happen. See, the expertise and importance of the consultants, are you understanding? So only once they do configuration, then that will last for lifetime for the business client. So for that reason, you should ensure that whatever you are doing 100% correct, and it is perfect and it is useful for the business, because that is the reason why we are being paid by the companies. So like, say if you take sales and distribution, say for example, if they create a delivery document, automatically inventory document which is supposed to be created by the material management department, that will be generated automatically. Now see here, I'll see today if anybody is created delivery documents. So 16N, I'll click on enter. Now there is a database table where you can see all the deliveries. Now I'll go to the delivery document table. So LIKP, which will hold all the deliveries which are created in the system. So how to create it, what is it, what is not, what I am entering, don't worry. These are very simple things that we will learn in 2 days. Okay. Now see, delivery header. So delivery documents will be available. Now see here, created by. Okay, I'll see, I will use, so created on, I will use today's date, and today if anybody created the documents, we will see. I'll say execute. So if anybody is created, so today nobody has been created. Now I'll see yesterday date. In yesterday date, if any delivery documents have been created, I'll say enter. Because since by understanding from your background, I know that all of you know what is the document, because you are already into procurement. Now see here all the delivery related information. I'll say copy and I'll open this delivery and I'll show you /o VL03N. Okay, display delivery document data. This is the delivery document number, and the document data you can display over here. Don't worry what I am entering. So you will be learning all those things. Now see here, this is the delivery document. What is it? See here, matrix dealer, he is one dealer. For him, they have delivered 2 quantity of which material? Vitamin D material. So for matrix matrix dealer, they have delivered 2 quantity through this document. This is the information. Now see here, observe this carefully. When delivery has been created, I will show you some document flow. Means what are the corresponding documents that are being created. Now see here, there is a goods issue. So goods has been issued. Now I will double click on this goods issue. Okay. Now see here, there is one document number. Now see here, I'll go to this delivery document. I'll say display document. Now, when this particular delivery document is created, automatically inventory accounting document also will be generated by the system in where? In this particular procurement department. So what does it mean? So they have inventory accounting document. These people again no need to create. See how well the data will flow when consultants do some kind of configuration, and see, instead of this guy who is supposed to be a material management guy, instead of he taking all the deliveries one by one and creating the inventory accounting document for one by one, he can work for other activities now. So which means, since they are using the ERP software SAP, these things are possible now. Otherwise there is no option to automatically generate, right? So to generate this automatically, there is a SAP SD and SAP MM Consultant will come together, and they will see to it, and they'll do some configurations to automatically generate inventory document when delivery is created. See, this is how the data flow from one department to another department. See how well it is happening. And also by doing some consultant configuration activities, so much of manual work is being reduced. So that is the reason, if any business uses the ERP softwares, at that time manual work can be reduced, data flow will be easy. Say for example, you are a CEO of your company. Of course, if it is your company, you will be 100% CEO. Okay, now you are sitting in America, United States of America. Now you want to know, your business operations are there in India also, and you now today you want to know how much sales is happened in India and how much invoices payment has been made. Okay, purchase invoices payment has been made. Now say for example, if in the business, if they have made the payment of 50 crore rupees, 50 crore rupees. Now you no need to ask the purchase department or finance department for how many invoices you have made a payment. If you log into SAP, and you can see there is some transaction code. If you execute it, you will come to know, you choose India country, you will come to know how many invoices is paid. So 50 crores of invoice. Now on today, how much sales had happened? How much of sales invoice customers made payment to the company? Say 55 crores. Now how the you as a CEO sitting at just in USA and understanding what is happening in India for your business by seeing ERP software, logging in, take the report, take the payments, take the receipts, payment receipts, compare both things. Now you have got, okay, 5 crores of revenue has been generated, means our profit or whatever you consider. So why? Because 50 crores you made a payment and 55 crores you have received from the customers, which means 5 crores additional amount is there, which you can use it for business profit operations. Now you as a CEO, happily you can have a nice dinner and you can sleep. Otherwise you have to run behind this purchasing department, you have to run behind the sales department, you have to run finance department, sales department, which is very hectic. Now see, when something is fishy, after seeing the report, for you as a owner, what you can do, you can just look into the issue and you can just contact to the that particular department management, and you can have a discussions to take better decisions to improve the business in those areas where you are seeing lagging compared to previous month, previous quarter, previous year. Why all these things are happening very easily? Why the dependency got reduced? Because you are using ERP software. If you as a CEO, if you don't have an ERP software, what is happening in material management? How many materials they have procured? You have to send a mail to management, and he is not keeping well and he is sleeping at his home. Now tell me, till he comes back, you will keep on waiting in your system. You will open the Outlook and you will keep on waiting when he will send, when he will send, when. See, unnecessary work. Even if he is there also, he has to send an email, he has to prepare the email, he has to collect the data from somewhere, and see, all these are unnecessary time waste, right? Why do they need to invest so much of time for communication? So talking, sending mail, screaming and making call. Why are you not sending? Again screaming, again scolding. All these things. Why? Unnecessary. They are not utilizing the resources properly, right? So that is the reason why these ERP softwares are most important for any mid cap or higher businesses. What do you mean by mid cap or higher companies? Any business with operations of 200 crores, generally in the market it will be considered as mid cap company, or higher, more than 200 crores. All these companies definitely 100% damn sure they will use ERP softwares, whether it is an SAP or non-SAP, it doesn't matter, but they will have ERP software. Why? They will have day-to-day transactions a lot. If they keep it in Excel, and if I am an employee, I maintain the data of my finance department or sales department or procurement department, I maintain in Excel, and I will close in the evening and go and sleep. Nobody will see what I have done. Understanding? Because these ERP softwares will run long life. What do you mean by that? See, your close friend, he needs 5,000 money. Now you have enough money, you have 50,000 in your account. He's a good friend and you believe him that he will make the payment, he will repay you. So now when he asks, what you do? You will transfer by using the mobile app. So HDFC bank account you have mobile app installed in your mobile, and you have a user credentials. You will say, okay, no problem, I will send you, take it, use it, and whenever you have, you give it to me. Now as soon as you say IMPS, transfer to my friend, immediately your account amount 5,000 will get reduced and 5,000 will get added. And also bank people, when they open your account, they can see the same amount that you are seeing after reducing 5,000. Now see how all these things are happening instantly. That is the meaning of real-time database. Now this SAP ERP also real-time database. If you as a CEO, if you want to know the stock of the materials, raw materials available in the plant, which plant? Manufacturing plant. Where it is? It is in Netherlands. Somewhere inside the hill lake view, there is a manufacturing plant. So he want to know how much of materials have been produced on today, and which batch materials are those, and how much quality has been done. In the quality, how much has been rejected. Sitting in CEO somewhere in the hotel top view, there he can open the laptop and he can see it. Why? As soon as they enter in Netherlands or Switzerland, automatically that will reflect to the CEO who is sitting in the hotel in top floor of the hotel, sitting and opening and seeing. See, this is the real time. This is how the ERP softwares will work. So that is the reason data. Don't ever forget, all businesses, irrespective of any industry, businesses works on data. Any business lost their data, their business must be closed. It is as simple as that. So how much important finance is, how much important for any business to operate or run, equally the same, the database is most important for any business. Now let us move on. Same thing, it is an SAP single database. All departments, finance department, controlling department, sales department, material management or procurement department, which we are going to discuss in depth about this, because we want to become MM consultant after 3 months. Our course duration is 2.5 months, and 30 days, 15 days is buffer, 2.5 months. So we want to become SAP MM consultant in 3 months. Now let us move on. See what and all the story that I have given, that will exactly match to this content that I have mentioned here. And that understanding is most important for us, because if you understand the logics behind the any topic, then you will get a lot of interest to focus and learn and spend more time also. But without understanding, see, it is as simple as this: by heart and try to remember any topic. Okay, understand the topic with logic and try to remember. So you no need to put a lot of strain on your brain or mind, whichever you call it as, to remember the information that you have understood with logic. compared to the information that you have by hearted. So that is the reason. Let us not to by heart anything. We will try to do all the configurations. We will try to learn all the features related to SAP MM in ERP software with logic. Okay. Now here, features of SAP software. Which ERP software you are talking about? SAP. The main features of SAP is integration. Now, and are you understanding? If I don't give that entire history, now if I say integration, then you will be lost. So now that is the reason why I explained you. Through the integration of SAP software, the companies experiences greater efficiency and productivity. Now see here, because of this integration of different departmental data in single place, data passing from here to there, there to here, very easy, convenient. For that reason, see, same copy of the information need not to be worked by other user, which means they are effectively utilizing all the employees to work on new activities instead of working on just duplicate activities. So that is how system. See, moreover, see, CEO Arams are sitting on the top floor of a big, 5-star hotel, and he is watching from there, from his laptop only. He is watching in each and every country what is happening. See how easy it is. So don't you think it is effective utilization of resources? Why it is happening? Because of the ERP softwares like SAP. Now, SAP software is ready to use. What do you mean by that? All the functionalities, all the features is already inbuilt by one company named SAP SERAG. Now, if solutions are already developed for all the departments in the form of modules, then what is your work, my work? What is all SAP consultants are doing? Of course, we also will be having work. Now, see, you have to understand one thing. This SAP ERP software, which is developed by SAP AG company, this software is not developed for only your company or my company or somebody else's company. This you must understand. This SAP ERP software is developed by SAP AG company, keeping each and every company that exists in the planet, on the planet. Now, whether the company is a mechanical company, whether the company is an aviation company, or whether the company is a production company, or whether the company is a pharmaceutical company, chemical company, food company, FMCG, FMCD, you take the list. Any company can use this ERP software. Why? This ERP software is developed by keeping all the industries in mind, all the companies in mind. So now, say for example, you are implementing SAP for one company. Say, so for example, Shell Oil Company, petroleum, Shell Oil Company. Now, is this SAP is developed only for that company? No. Along with that, any company can be used. Now, see here what happens when you try to implement SAP for this Shell Oil Company. Maybe in the standard SAP, you will get ready-made 70% features. Means out of 100 requirements, 70 requirements you can use it as it is from SAP system. But there are 30 requirements for which there is no ready-made food available here. So you need to cook. So you need to cook, then you need a cook. So now here cook will not work out. For that reason, to do the development of these 30 features and functionalities which are required for this Shell Oil Company and which is not available in the ready-made SAP software, to develop this, they need SAP consultants. They need SAP consultants. So that is the reason, because of this particular gap of 30%, 25% of requirement change based on the each and every company requirement, we are coming into pictures. SAP consultants. Who is it? Only SAP SD MM FICO? No, anybody. Not only SAP MM. So if among these 30 requirements, say consider 5 requirements are related to material management or procurement activity, then these 5 requirements will go to SAP MM consultants. They will see to it, they will understand the requirement, they do necessary configurations, they do testing, and they will hand it over to the client. Done. You are free. Now you can enjoy. Now there are 25 requirements. Among 25 requirements, there are 6 requirements which is related to SAP SD. Now that requirements development will go to SD consultants. Why those things will come to you? Because you are expert in providing solutions for procurement department and maintaining all the materials, managing the materials. But this is sales related. Of course, you are not an SAP SD consultant. You are an SAP MM consultant. You've done your job. Now this job will go to SAP SD. Now, what you need to understand? You need to understand one thing. Whenever there is an SAP project, there will be SD consultants, MM consultants, PP consultants. If an SAP SD MM consultant, you don't think that you only will be only person who will be having as a SAP MM consultant. Depends on the project. If the volume of the project, if the project is big, every day MM transactions are more happening, more issues coming, more MM consultants will be there in the same project. 3 members, 5 members, 10 members, 15 members. I worked for Shell Oil Company in the past before 4 years. At the time, only SD consultants 112 members. Only SAP SD consultants SAP MM consultants 112 members. Like this, SD consultant some number, I don't know exactly. FICO consultant some number, it's around 100. So imagine how many members it will be working. So that is the reason. So all these members together will form it. Why so many SAP MM consultants in single project? Because their volume of the data, their business transactions are there. Every day in and day out, they'll get a lot of issues because so many users are operating the system when it comes to procurement activities and managing the materials. So for that reason, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 members to 20 members is not enough to solve all the problems. So for that reason, they place it. Otherwise, why will they hire it? Right? So that is the reason. Now, each module of SAP is tightly integrated with other modules, so the flow of integration across the departments is default. Now I told you, I explained you what is the default. Now you can easily understand. Flow of information is very easy. It is default. Why? Because of doing some configurations by sitting different module consultants together to pass on the information that is required from one department to another department whenever a particular transaction takes place. If it is needed, you do configuration, automatically it will pass on. If it is not needed, it will be limited to that area only. Now, let us try to understand ERP products that are available in the market. Is it the only SAP ERP? No. Tens, hundreds, thousands of ERP projects are available. Sorry, ERP products like SAP are available. Now, I have just mentioned 4 ERP products. SAP, one ERP product. As I already mentioned, this SAP ERP software can be implemented to any business, belongs to any domain or any industry. Why? Because for every department you have a solution to maintain the data. So every department that is being implemented as one module. So the features for different department is designed as part of modules. Then whoever works for that department, those consultants will become a SD consultant, MM consultant, PICO consultant, etc. Now let us take an ERP software which is called as Oracle. Oracle is also an ERP software. Their core business is ERP software only, like how SAP is. Now, initially, this Oracle ERP software is developed only for finance department. So any transactions that happens in finance department, you can maintain. And there is some record keeping, some insurance, policies, and some kind of health benefits, medical benefits, dental benefits. So that are there in other countries other than India. So even India is also there, but there all companies will provide these benefits to all the employees. But here it is not there. But it is there, but very less. Okay. Now our employees needs to pay. Now this Oracle is only for this, but now they are coming up with solutions for different departments also. Only this Oracle software, MM, something, etc., but not up to the mark of SAP. So they cannot compete. It's SAP is too far away from any ERP software in the market. Now see here, Born is an ERP software name that can be used only for PP production department. See, PeopleSoft, it's also an ERP software which can be used to maintain the data of HR department. If I ask you, can you please prepare one Excel sheet report of some data, some report of the data? Say there is one, yeah, there is some customers are there, 80 members. So for them, we have created so many orders. Can you prepare one report in WhatsApp? Do you have any problem in creating that report in WhatsApp? Yes, you have a problem. Why? Because you do not have those features available to prepare the report in WhatsApp. Why? That WhatsApp is designed for just communication purpose. You can chat with someone, you can share the photos, or you can share the videos or audios with limited size of the data. That is the purpose of WhatsApp. You cannot use it for preparing reports. Okay, same way, PeopleSoft has no features to maintain SAP MM data, means procurement data. Barn has no option to maintain the data related to material management, SD, MM, FICO, like that. So now, with this, what are you understanding? No other ERP software on the planet which can provide solutions for any department of any company that exists on the planet except SAP. So this is the only SAP ERP software which is having capability to provide solutions of any department, of any company, belongs to any industry. That is the reason why this SAP ERP is most popular compared to any other ERP software that exists in the market. So that is the reason why this SAP ERP software has most scope in the market. That is the reason maybe you are also decided to learn SAP, any one module, that is MM. Now, let us try to understand when this SAP product has started and what are the versions that are there and which company is developed. Now, see here, as I already mentioned, SAP ERP is developed by a company, SAP AG. And this company was founded by 5 ex-employees. Which company employees? IBM employees. They have quit their job in IBM in 1972. They have started their own company called SAP AG. Where they have started? They have started in a city, Waldorf, Germany country. Then after some days, to make the company as to the internationality, they have changed the SAP AG to SAP SE. Just name change for making the company name as internationality. So European Multinational Software Corporation. To make that, they have changed it to SAP SD. Apart from that, nothing special in changing the name. Now, see, this SAP company is having over 4,25,000 customers, over 180 countries in the world, which means this SAP ERP software is being used by the businesses across the world. Now, 4,25,000 customers. Did you remember? I told you one thing. Only SAP MM Consultants 112 members in Silk Oil Company. Then SD how many, FICO how many, PP how many, basis consultants how many, SAP ABAP consultants how many. Imagine one project for one customer, so many consultants are working. Then imagine if the ERP software is being used by 4,25,000 businesses across the world. Imagine how many employees is needed for the businesses to work on ERP software. Customers means each one project. 4,25,000 projects. Like that you should think. It is not like only 4,25,000 consultants. Each project there might be a number of people, which means there is a lot of scope for us to get an offer as a SAP consultant. Now, evaluation about ERP software. First, R1 system they have found. means real-time one-tier architecture like SAP, Microsoft Office that you have installed in your laptop. See, all the database layer, presentation layer, application layer is in your laptop only. .exe file, you will install it, which means you no need internet, you no need to connect to any server. You can just open the laptop, switch on the power and use it. That is the one tier, single. All data, all interfaces means screens of the software and all the programs related to that Microsoft Office is in your system only. That is R1, one tier. So like that, SAP started with R1. Like that, if anybody wants to use, they have to install in their laptops or desktops. At that time, laptops was not there. Big machines, big desktops. They have to install and they have to use it. When it came, 1973. Then they came to R2, mainframe system in 1979. Now mainframes also old dated. Now then R3 came, real-time three-tier architecture. R3 means it is enterprise edition, July 1992. Then they have changed real-time three-tier. R3 name only change, architecture same, R3 only, but R3 they have changed it to ECC. ECC is nothing but ERP central component in 2004 with ECC version 5.0. Next, ECC 6.0 came into picture in 2005. Now currently version is ECC 6 only, but inside that there are different EHP packages. Now first EHP package, EHP is nothing but enhancement package. For the same version only, they are keep on adding the functionalities in the form of enhancement package. Now what is the current latest package? The current latest package is EHP 8. ECC 6, EHP 8, but in the industry most of them are using EHP 7, which means prior to this EHP 8, which when it came 2016. Now see, I just mentioned what is the difference between one tier, two tier, three tier. This is one tier, which means example is your MS Office that you have installed in your laptop. All the layers, presentation layer, application layer, database layer. Presentation layer means all these screens. If you double click on Excel icon, you will get that sheet with columns, rows. That is the interface, that is the presentation layer, which through which we will communicate to the software. If you want to communicate with the MS Excel, you want to see that interface. Otherwise, where you enter what? ABCD 1 2 3 4, customer name, vendor name, material, quantity, price, where you will enter. So that interface is the presentation layer. Website gmail.com, how can you log in? You have to get that interface login page. That is the presentation layer. Application layer, for any software, if they have written any programs, that will fall under application layer, all the programs related to software. Database layer, all the data that you store, that will get stored in the database layer. Now two-tier architecture. Now let us take your WhatsApp application. Which app? WhatsApp. Now can you communicate with your loved ones, colleagues, friends without you installing WhatsApp software, small piece of software in your mobile? No, not possible. So which means all the interfaces are in your mobile. So which means the presentation layer is in your mobile, but rest database layer and all the programs related to that is in your WhatsApp server. So that is the reason why you need internet to communicate with your loved ones, friends, colleagues, etc., family members. If you don't have internet, you cannot use these two-tier applications. Why? The data and the programs related to that software will be in server. To get connected to that server, you need internet. Now three tier means even the each and everything is different layer. All programs in different hardware, all the database in different hardware, and these are all the users who will use it, that is desktops. So SAP is using this three-tier architecture. Now see, SAP three-tier architecture like this. Presentation layer, all GUI, graphical user interface. What is that? That is this. I will show you. Keep. Now I will minimize. This is GUI, graphical user interface. Now if I click on this, system will show all the screens. This is the graphical user interface. So user to communicate with the software, they will get the screens, right? This is the GUI, graphical user interface. Now go back to previous slide. Let me maximize it. Now that is the presentation layer. Then let me take it, go back and see, this is the presentation layer. And application layer, all the programs that is related for the software that I have shown you, logon page, all the screens, everything, database table, all those different screens came, all those things, some programs should be written, otherwise how that will be appearing. So for that, all the programs that are being written for that SAP software resides here. Now SAP software is developed using the programming language that is ABAP. What do you mean by ABAP? ABAP abbreviation is Advanced Business Application Programming. Advanced Business Application Programming. This is the programming language name like Java, .NET, J2E. Don't get scared. It's just the name of the programming language like Java, .NET, J2E, C, C++. This is one programming language, ABAP. So SAP software, whatever the GUI, graphical user interface, whatever the tables, whatever the screens, billing document that I have shown, all those screens have been developed using programming language ABAP. So who will do this? ABAPer will be there. Technical consultant, they will do it. Will you write as a SAP MM consultant, you or me? No, we will never write any programs. We will never modify any existing programs. Don't get scared. What we do, I will tell you by the end of the course. End of the class today, not course. So this is a database layer. All the data. Now I have shown you billing document. How somebody created maybe some 2 days back, 10 days back. How I will be able to see? Because all the data was stored in the database. That is database layer. Now in SAP, there are so many modules. Among so many modules, today, okay, after the class, I will share those major modules, their abbreviations, and the description. What do you mean by MM? So it is kind of definition. Those things I will share you after the class. So if you want, you can go through all these things. Now, next, in SAP, we are majorly, they are divided the modules into two aspects. One is technical modules and another one is functional modules. Now technical modules, see ABAP, basis. Basis is like an admin, system admin, network admin, IT admin in the software companies or any other company. All the software's management, network, everything will be taken care by whom? IT admins will be there in every company. Now here, even this SAP also will have servers. Who will set up that servers? Who will install all the server operating systems, and who will install ABAP, SAP software in that particular server? All these activities, creation of users, different users, all these things will be done by basis consultants. You can consider this basis consultants are admins for SAP ERP software. SAP ERP admins. So they will just take care of the SAP ERP servers, means where the SAP ERP software is installed, those servers, okay, creation of user IDs, restricting access to the users. If anybody, any user is locked, then resetting the user, making sure that every second of every moment, the SAP server is up to date and it is up and running. So all these activities will be done by basis. These are also technical module. BIBO, it is basically reporting. If any reports needs to be taken, so this is the module technical. And SAP NetWeaver, any new functionalities needs to be created, that is SAP NetWeaver. So these are the major technical modules in SAP. Now functional modules, see, we are here. We are a functional consultant, and along with us there are so many functional consultants. See, you're our friends, SD, sales department consultants, HR, human resource consultants, FICO, financial and accounting and controlling, PS, plant systems, TR, so the PP, production, PM, plant maintenance, QM, quality. Like this we have n number of modules. Now I'll provide you the description for at least 40 modules. So you can just go through and you can try to understand. Now see, ABAP abbreviation I have given. See, Advanced Business Application Programming. What do you mean by basis? Basis means Business Application Systems Integration Solutions. BIBW reporting tool. If you want, you can just go to that. Now, most important thing, after you getting job, what will you do? You will look here, there, front, back. So you will be placed in one project, then we will have to work. So now we have to understand what and all the projects, kinds of projects that are there in SAP ERP software. Why? Because they may place that business. Say for example, you have been hired by TCS company, Tata Consultancy Services. They may be having any of these project open for you, whether implementation project or support project or rollout project or upgrade project. If they place you in any one of these projects, then you should be in a position to provide the solutions for SAP MM module. Why? Because in SAP we are having 4 kinds of projects. So all these 4 kind of projects, what will be the roles and responsibilities for us as a MM consultant, and each day what and all the activities that we will be doing, all those things. That is the reason before we get into any software company and looking here there, we are going to learn all the activities that we do from the day one. If you been assigned to the implementation project, how you start your activities as a SAP MM consultant, how you will end your activities. If there is no implementation project, suppose when you have joined at that time in your software company Infosys, they were having support project open for you, then it is, you cannot say that no, I don't know, I know only implementation projects. We don't have choice to choose the project. It is their choice to decide and place whichever the project that is available, or whichever the project there are openings for SAP MM at the time you joined or when you are free in the company. They have to use resources effectively. Otherwise, how will they get money? How will they pay us? So for that reason, they will also utilize the resources effectively. They will see whichever project is open for you and they'll place you. You or me. It's not only you. For me also same thing will be applicable. Now, that is the reason during the course of action, we will be learning each and every project, what will be our roles and responsibilities and how we need to fulfill, what kind of configurations we need to do, how to do testing, what are the documents that we need to prepare. That is the course of 2.5 months. Now let us move on. Now, roles and responsibilities of functional consultants. I did not say SAP MM consultant. What is this? Functional consultants. Who are functional consultants? See here. All these are functional consultants. So now, whenever I mention functional consultants, you will have to treat all these people in your group. You don't take, oh, I am the functional consultant. No, all these are functional consultants. Whatever the points that I mentioned here is applicable for all functional consultants. We are also functional consultants, MM. Now, collect business requirements from the customer client. So how to collect? Oh my goodness, do we need to talk to the client? Oh, it is very funny. It's very difficult job. We cannot do it. What is the difficulty? There is nothing. Only thing is, once you take up that particular any one requirement, once you do it properly, then you will enjoy how to collect the requirements from the business. So till you do one activity, you have to not to think about it negatively. It's very simple. Now we will be learning all these things, how you gather the requirements. So what will happen, what you need to ask, how you need to ask, how you need to note down one by one whatever they explain, and how you prepare the document, then how you start configurations. All those things we will be learning step by step. Don't worry for now. So you just learn, understand what are the activities that we must do. Prepare functional specification or functional design or PPR, whatever it may be. This is a document, whatever they explain, that we will put it in a Word document in a proper manner with different descriptions, different headings, subheadings and things like that. That is it. Same thing, copy. Nothing new need to create, nothing, no invention here. Okay, just copy paste. That's it. Now, then after preparing it, then if you need to do any configurations for that. Now, oh, configurations, you need to write program. Oh, don't worry, don't go to so far, because we as a SAP MM consultant or any functional consultants for that matter, SD, MM, FICO, PP, HR, no one will write any program, but we will do configuration. Now, oh, what is this configuration? Is it a program? I need to learn programming language? No, I will tell you what is the configuration now. You tell me at the end of the course, what did you do for the configuration? Okay. Now, configuration is nothing but there is one field somewhere. You fill that field. Okay. There is one checkbox, two checkboxes. You check one checkbox and uncheck another checkbox. There are some radio buttons. You check, you select some radio button, that is this, and there is something over here. You drag it from there to here. How it is looks like? It is look like this, right? Okay, I'll put it like this. Okay, you dragged it from there to here, and then you save it. In Excel, you have same icon will be there, you save it. This is what all about configuration. Now tell me, is this difficult for you to do the configuration? Now I am telling like this, you tell me at the end of the course, all the configurations that you have done is the same thing or not. At the end of the course, you tell me. Okay, this is the configuration. No one can explain as simple as this what is the configuration. It is not only in SAP ERP software. You take any software, if somebody is telling it is a configuration, even other softwares also they will do. Fill the field, check the checkbox, uncheck some checkboxes, select the radio button, drag from something from somewhere to some other place and save it. Is it difficult? Very simple. But it is simple when you know what is this field and which screen this field is available, and what is the importance, what will happen if I check this checkbox instead of this checkbox. Okay, and what will happen if I check this radio button instead of this, and what will happen if I drag something from there to here. That you should know. So knowing that is most important. So for knowing that, only 80% of amount is being paid for us as a salary. So for that reason, we will be learning all the control fields that are needed to learn for us as a SAP MM consultant, so that you can easily decide which field to be filled with some information, either any text or values, which checkbox, which radio button, what will happen, and things like that. So this is the configuration. Simple. Enter some data, check, uncheck, select, unselect, drag, drop, save. Your configuration is done. Don't worry. That is that. Now perform testing. So you did some configuration. Now according to that, some functionality will vary. So whatever the functionality that is varied, whether that is working according to the requirement which is given by your client or not, you check it. If it is working exactly as it is, don't worry, hand it over to the client. If it is not working, then again go and do configuration. Do some change. Maybe instead of selecting this, you might have selected this, or instead of selecting this, you might have selected this radio button. Do change, then again do testing until and unless you get the desired result. Then you keep on doing it. Now question is, there will be some cases where you need to, for the requirement that is given by the client, means business, for that there is a program change also needed. Which program? ABAP, right? Because this SAP is developed using ABAP only, right? So ABAP program, any one program needs to be created, new program needs to be written for this requirement, or there is some existing program which you need to change. Now what you do? You don't do anything. You give this requirement document that you have prepared, this functional specification document, requirement document you created, right? This document you give it to your ABAPer, means technical consultant. You will be having ABAP consultant. You just give that document to him or her. He will just go and understand. He will write the program if it is required, or he will change the existing program. Then what you do, after they're changing it, you test it. and you check whether that program which is being written by him is fulfilling your requirement or not. Go test it. If it is working fine, okay. Not working, array naina, it is not working properly, check again. I don't want result like this. I asked you to add two numbers, but it is subtracting, please check. Then he will change the program. In the program, some logic, instead of add, he will put subtract or something. So then again you test it, then it is addition, subtraction, whatever is happening, correct, okay, fine. Then hand it over to the business. It is as simple as that. Now let us try to understand little bit about SAP MM. Maybe today a class is little more, it is an introduction class. Let us try to understand at least what is this SAP and SAP MM, and then maybe in the later classes we will restrict to certain period of time, maybe 1 hour or something like that. So it will get over by 10 minutes. Okay, now to consistently deliver products on time for the departments in the organization or to their customers, an organization needs an effective system for managing the products inventory and purchase materials. So SAP material management, that is MM module, will play a key role in the SAP ERP suite, means software. So tracks all aspects of material management from purchase through sales and for the enterprise organization. So there should be some department who will require to issue the materials for the respective department. Say for example, there is a manufacturing department. They need morning 100 laborers came. Then manufacture to be happen means raw materials to be issued, right? Otherwise what work they do? So team will be there, department, they will issue the raw material today. Okay, I'm going to issue 5,000 materials. Now tell me how many you produce. So by evening we will produce 6,000 finished products. Then they will take that and they'll put it somewhere in the stores. So like that there should be some department which will handle the movement of goods and issuing the goods and tracking and procuring the materials that is needed for any department. It can be production department, it can be HR department, or it can be any project or something like that. Stationery needed for the employees, pen, pencil, notebook. Will they purchase? Employees will purchase from the bookstore and come? No, 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 that won't happen. So for that reason only, companies will, the employees they will write on their hands, but they will not bring 10 rupees notebook also from their home. So for that reason, companies knows, that is the reason they will have a stationery inside the company, so that any employee is required, then they can take it from there. Now in this course we will be learning how we can set up the SAP ERP system to perform these activities with SAP material management. What activities? These activities. How, what, that is our course. So to begin, okay, I'll provide a high level look at a material management process in SAP MM, okay, as well as, so all these things, it's just an introduction. You can just go. More importantly, we can be, okay, learning most of the real-time business scenarios that will give you exposure on real-time projects, working experience, and this will help you to understand your client business requirements and how you can map these requirements in SAP ERP system. That is what we are going to learn. See here, our procurement process. So both of you mentioned procurement. So our procurement process in SAP starts like this. First, you determine the requirement. For stationaries, how many books is needed to purchase? How many pens are needed to purchase? How many laptops for the admin, for facilities, okay, IT facilities department, how many laptops you purchase? So that is the determine. For raw material, for production, how many raw material? Sugar, how many tons? Wheat, how many tons? Milk, how many tons? Jaggery, how much tons? You determine from different departments. That is determination of requirement. Once you determine, then source determination means vendors. Sugar, how many vendors are there? Matrix Sugar Company, okay, North India Sugar Company, okay, then Dynamite Sugar Company. So like that, how many vendors are there? You consult the vendors and you send you ask them to send the quotations. Then each vendor will give you different price. Say some vendor says 1 kg, if you take 5 tons, I'm going to give you for 28 rupees. Another guy say same quality, same material, 27 rupees. Another guy say no, I'll give you it for 26 rupees. Then you select the vendor who is giving 26 rupees price. Then for him you create a purchase order, because you have to create a purchase order, right? Then only he will deliver. So again, that's the purchase order. You just monitor whether he is able to deliver those products on time or not, because you asked, because manufacturing you are going to start on March 15th, so you will send reminder on March 10th. Are Babu, I have sent you PO for 50 tons of sugar. Now tell me, are you going to deliver 50 tons of sugar on 15th or not? When you ask, you will ask on 10th. See, this guy, this lady is sitting here, she is doing the same activity. See, PO monitoring, what is happening, whether vendor is able to deliver on time. If he want to deliver, then the laborers will come on 15th morning, they will have tea, coffee, snacks, and evening they will go. Who will pay the salary? Company only. So for that reason, see, this lady is humbly sitting and she is doing the monitoring of this vendor. They are doing follow-up with the vendor to ensure that on 15th that so many tons of sugar is being delivered to this. So when it is being delivered, at that time we will receive the goods to the stores and we will keep it in a proper organized manner. What is this organized manner, unorganized manner, how this will happen, all these things we will see. Then after that, once they deliver the goods, then they will leave it as it is. They will send you invoice also to make the payment. So when the invoice there is sent, then first the verification happens. Say for example, he told that I will give you 10% discount. See, I told you 28 rupees, but if you place an order within this month or March month, I will give you on 28 rupees 10% discount. He told, but whether he has given that particular discount on this particular purchase invoice or not, somebody will zoom and check exactly what he has promised. The same thing has been, same price, same discount has been entered, given, or whatever the amount is there in the purchase is correct or not. If it is correct, then that back office team which is verified, which is corrected, then that invoice will be sent to the finance department. Finance department will just blindly, they will close their eyes, then they will make the payment. Why? Because it's been already verified. And payment to whom? The vendor who has delivered these goods. So this process is on the page. These are the process steps. There are so many things that will happen, and all these documents, how we should do in SAP system, is what we are going to learn, not on papers, books, or any other things. All this entire process, during this entire process, there will be so many activities, right? It is not as easy as we shown in this blue color circle. Okay, there are so many different things. What happens if this vendor is unable to deliver? Then what you do? Then what happens if some during the transportation truck got some issue? Then what happens if the vendor is unable to do that? So many obstacles will be there. So how to handle those obstacles also with the configuration, that we will see. This is the main procurement process if you take any ERP module, and the same thing we will do in the SAP ERP software. Now this is enterprise structure, means organization units, which is linked to what, how it is. Just I have given this one. So this is what we call as enterprise structure, means which particular department will be reporting to which department. So all these things we are going, this will be our first chapter during the course. What you are seeing in this image, same thing you will see it in your SAP ERP system after you doing configuration, same with lines. I am not telling that only these things. You will see with these lines also. I will show you with these lines. This guy is reporting to this company, this sales organization is reporting to this. With the lines, you will see. For that, to see in the same manner in your SAP system, of course, we as a SAP MM consultants, we must do some configurations. After we doing configurations, then we will see this and try to understand. Now, see, below are some of the key points that I would like to tell you about our course. Now, what are the key points? See here, introduction on SAP MM, enterprise structure in SAP MM. That is what I showed. Material master, vendor master configuration, procure to pay, P2P cycle. Okay, configuration and release strategy in SAP MM. So what is that release strategy? And scheduling agreement and contracts to be processed in SAP MM, sourcing and inventory management in SAP MM, pricing and its configurations. So because whenever you create a PO, purchase order, automatically whatever the price that is being mentioned by the vendor, that price will be determined in your purchase order only in the document. So for that, how it will be determined? So you have to do some configurations and different goods receipts. So posting settings and its effects in the SAP system, and real-time scenarios for goods receipt, goods issue, and transfer postings and reservations if you want to do any. So physical inventory and configurations in SAP MM. Materials requirements planning, MRP. Wherever you use MRP in SAP, never ever treat it as maximum retail price. We will never deal with maximum retail price. It is MRP is nothing but materials requirement planning in SAP. How we do it in SAP MM? So batch management. See, batch, whenever a single lot of manufacture happens, so that particular lot of manufacturing batch will be issued, right? So how you do the management of the batches, each and every batch? How will you track the expiry date of the each and every batch material that is being produced? How we will track if there is any defect? So that batch management. And special procurements, there are some processes, business processes related to special procurements. Those things we will be discussing. That is, see, materials procurement process, consignment process, okay, and stock transfer order process, third party process. See, subcontracting, service procurements, intercompany procurements, okay, indirect material procurement, blanket purchase, purchase orders, and consumable materials. See, I cannot explain you what is this, what is this, what is this, what is this in introduction, because each and every topic we will have to discuss at least for 10-20 minutes. Then we have to do some configuration only, right? So I'll just highlight it, and just you have an idea that we are going to discuss about all these things. And as I mentioned, there is a data flow also will happen. So from MM to SD, where and all the links, what and all the data flow will happen, and what and all the configurations that we should do. MM with FICO, financial and accounting. So also many inventory accounting documents that this and all will be created, so that, and some real-time business scenarios. Okay, what are the processes, and also project closing procedures. Whenever any project, we have seen 4 projects: implementation project, rollout project, support project, upgrade project. So whenever the project completion is happening, at that time we will prepare some documents. So how to close it smoothly, so that tomorrow that client will not escalate on you. So that won't happen, don't get scared. So that we will have to close it in a proper manner, right? So there is some kind of procedures that we need to follow, that procedures, and some tips on ABAP and basis. So their activities, some tips I'll explain you, and our training methodology, how it looks like. Training methodology, how it looks like. See, every chapter, every topic by topic, I will explain the theory, that like how I am explaining now. Then if any configurations needed for that theory, I'll do the configurations and show it to you. Then you have to do the same configurations in your system, ERP system. Then testing, if any testing needs to be done after the doing the configurations. Then if any reports needs to be validated, that reports. Then every day question and answers on each topic during or end of the class. What does it mean? Now see, when I started that time to till now, you are simply calmly listening because you are new to ERP software. Now maybe after some certain period of time, once you get some knowledge, while I'm explaining, in between also you will get some doubt. Now what will you do? Will you keep quiet? I don't want you to keep quiet. Whenever you get any doubt, you can unmute yourself. I will never mute anybody by force from my end. You can unmute then and there itself, and you can ask, so that we can have a clarification then and there itself. Every day before start of the class, I will ask for if you have any questions. During the class you can ask, also at the end of the class also, if you have any questions you can ask. No restrictions. From tomorrow onwards, you can ask anytime any questions. So that is the, you can ask the questions. Now, what and all the documents along with the training, real-time documents, what and all the documents that we provide? See, real-time business documents and templates will provide, configuration documents will provide, UAT, user acceptance test documents, user manual documents. You purchase one TV. Now in the market, QLED TV came. It's very good quality. If you want, you can purchase. Very nice look and feel, everything. Money is also like that only. So QLED TV you purchased, you don't know how to operate it. That is the reason why they will provide you manuals. Even if you purchase a smartphone also, you will have one strip like paper. If you can expand, stretch it, and you can see the instructions as to how to operate that smartphone. So likewise, once we implement SAP, for everything, how to create purchase order, how to do the MyGo, how to receive the goods, how to do the goods receipt, how to receive the invoice, how to generate the purchase order. So all these things, each and everything, how to create a material master, how to post the stock, how to move the stock from one place to one location to another location. So all these things, we will prepare user manual documents for the business users because they don't know anything. Whatever you say, they do, because you are the one who is godfather for them, who should teach everything how to operate this SAP system. And additional class notes, every day you will get a class notes, every day you will get a class notes, okay, along with the information, okay. And each class recording and future for future reference you will get it, don't worry, okay. No restriction, you can have it and you can enjoy. Now interview questions and answers I will provide on chapter basis. Chapter, every chapter I'll provide you questions as well as answers. Say enterprise structure, I shown you now trees wise structure, that is completed, then I'll give you interview questions and answers on that enterprise structure. Then one business process, STO, stock transport orders. So interview questions and answers like that chapter wise. And also at the end of the course, I will help you in terms of preparing resumes, and from the backend team, they will help you in getting at least 2 to 3 interviews. Getting you interviews is up to us, okay? But clearing the interview is up to you. But provided, if you ask us about the training that we provide, if you do the practice of all the things that we discussed during the class, you can easily compete with the person who is having minimum 4 years of real-time experience. In fact, you will be better than the person who is having 4 years of real-time experience. So that is the kind of knowledge that you get during the course. So this is all about today's demo. Now before I close it, I will show you what and all the real-time documents and how it looks like and things like that. I'll just show you. Let me minimize this. Now, see, let me open folder. See here, not this one. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Fine. So let me open from beginning. So I'll go here. I'll go to SAP. Where is SAP? Okay, I'll go here, go to SAP, SAP MM, go here. So, okay, go here. See here. See some of the documents. See few real-time MM documents. See how you will get the course content. See, there are so many different CSTO process, LSMW, okay, SAP MM case studies, SAP MM FI integration, SAP MM user manuals. Like this, you have different user manual documents, third-party process. So like this, all these real-time documents, whenever it is required. See certification exam questions. If you want to do certification, these questions, so that I will help you. So MM course contents. So what is it? That course contents, you will get it anyhow, I have shown you. So all these documents, whenever it is required at that time, after completion of that particular relevant chapter, I will share the documents, or maybe at the end of the course. So for today, you will get this information, you will get the course contents, you can go through it, you can validate, verify, cross check Any questions, ask me, get it clarified, then you decide whether to proceed to join or not. So that is all about the course. Now if you have any questions, you can ask me. We are open for the questions. Yes, Aniket, I can see you. You have unmuted it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell me, Aniket.
First of all, sir, I would like to thank you for such a detailed introduction and giving us a very good idea about the how exactly integration works and
Thank you very much.
everything.
Yeah,
So yes, sir, I really appreciate this,
thank
and I have a few questions
you.
about the versions that we in which we are going to learn this SAP MM module,
Yes.
because I have a little bit I have tried to survey in different information.
Okay.
In case someone can unmute,
Can
who
you
is
speak little
this?
louder because there is some background noise? Yeah. Now you can speak, Aniket. Yes. Yeah. I heard till
Yeah,
the
okay.
previous sentence. Yeah. Tell me. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, okay. I have tried to search in the market, so I came to know about the SAP S4 HANA,
You are right.
and just I want to understand from you. You have a very good experience, sir, but just I want to understand you that how exactly it will be differed to learn in the version SAP ECC 6.0 that you have shown, and into SAP S4 HANA for the same module. So it will be good for me to understand from you, sir.
I got your point. So apart from this, is
Yeah.
there any other question? I will answer those questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Fine. So let
And
me ask you
second,
this question. Now you are talking about S4 HANA. Now see here.
yeah.
Whatever the discussion that had happened is on SAP ECC system. So we will be learning according to, as of now, currently, we will be learning SAP ECC EHP 7, which is mostly available. There is no much difference in ECC 6, EHP 7 and EHP 8, which you can say that the latest version of ECC you are learning. Now, coming to your
Okay.
S4 HANA. See, SAP from the day one, from 1972 to till today, they have come up with 5 interfaces. Okay. Among 5
Okay.
interfaces, fourth interface was SAP ECC. Okay. Now the fifth interface
Okay.
was, which is the latest one, that is S4 HANA that you are talking about.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you compare SAP ECC system with SAP S4 HANA functionality, almost 70% functionalities are same. What you do in SAP ECC system, same thing you will be doing in SAP S4 HANA system. Clear till
Okay.
here? Now, the
Yeah.
30% change, whichever comes in S4 HANA system, that will be there in SAP ECC system. Okay, but those features will not be available in S4 HANA system, which means the way of maintaining that 20% or 25% will be different from the way that you maintain the same business scenario in ECC system.
Okay.
But business operation same. The way that you maintain will differ.
Okay.
And also ECC system, it looks like, see, screens. See, this is how it looks like, ECC. Okay.
Okay.
For S4 HANA, there is something called as Fiori apps. And interface will not look like this. It is that Fiori apps is a kind of website, how it looks like. In that manner, it will reflect. How websites, when you open, how it looks like with fields and information, things like that. Any form, if you want
Okay.
to fill, say for example, if you want to apply for a job, okay, so you will get one form, right, with some fields, information like that. How it looks like, it will not look like a screen like this. It will look like a website kind of thing. So now the interface has been changed, but most of the functionalities and configurations that you do remains the same. So the 25% that I'm talking is more of the interface change. Okay. And also at
Okay.
configuration level, most of the things remains the same, but there are some tables which is there in this ECC system. I have executed some table names, that some tables have been removed from ECC system what are there in SAP ECC system, few of the tables has been removed and they have been replaced with some other table names in S4 HANA system.
Okay. Okay.
Now, the way of maintaining little configurations, just 5% configurations, the path and the place and the some T codes have been changed compared to ECC system where you maintain the same thing. So that is the change. But in terms of maintaining the business data functionality, almost both are same. Interface look and feel is different, number one. And number two, few of the database tables which are there in ECC have been dropped and they have come up with new table names. And other thing is, whatever some configurations, the path will be there, right? Now see, whenever you do configuration, you will do configuration from SPRO path. So there, which path, which place exactly you go, that place might be changed. Might be, few places have been changed, which means if those activities that you are supposed to, it is basically that functionality, they made it at advanced level.
Okay.
Okay. So such kind of changes are there. But when you go to the market, in the market, still 70% of projects are in SAP ECC only. You can just cross verify from the industry. Now people, especially for SAP SD and SAP MM, so because that has came into the market only from last 2 years, very active. Before that, it was not there. But for a FICO module, SAP FICO, CO, for that S4 HANA finance is there from 2013.
Okay.
But for this MM and SD, it came into picture, came into light only from last 2 years.
Okay.
And on that 1 year is COVID.
Yeah.
For that reason, it will take at least 3-4 years of time from now for the businesses to completely move on to S4 HANA. So that is the reason around 70% of projects when it comes to SAP MM are still with ECC. Now,
Okay.
if you go to learn SAP S4 HANA, you will not be learning the tables which has been dropped from SAP ECC, and you will not be learning the T codes which are dropped from ECC system to S4 HANA.
Okay.
There you will get new tables and new some T codes. You will be learning those. But in industry, which are the products, which are the more projects that you have on ECC? Now, if you go and learn S4 HANA, when there is no functionality of those tables, how can they show you the data? When there is no T code to execute, how can they show you? But in the market, there are more projects in SAP ECC only. Now, coming to my recommendation. If you want to learn S4 HANA, not only you, me, or anybody, if they have an experience on SAP ECC as SAP MM consultant, or at least if they have learned SAP MM from someone like me, so you will be having either awareness, knowledge, or you will have experience, then you can go for S4 HANA.
Okay.
If you are very new, if you don't know SAP MM, if you are not having any knowledge on SAP MM functionality, and if you have not worked on as a SAP MM consultant, my suggestion would be first you learn SAP ECC. Then if you want to learn, it takes only 2.5 months to put efforts to learn SAP ECC. Then it will be very easy for you to cope up S4 HANA learning also.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
if you
Okay.
go
Okay.
and learn S4 HANA directly, then there people will, whoever the trainer, those trainers will treat all the students as advanced people who is already having an awareness on SAP MM, or they are SAP MM consultants.
Okay.
Now, if being a fresher for SAP MM, if you go and learn, they will be teaching in a manner keeping that all the students know already ECC. So now you will not be in a position to cope up with the teaching that is being done under SAP S4 HANA. So for that reason, my recommendation would be for anybody who is fresh to SAP, then they should learn SAP ECC first. Then immediately also, if they want to go, they can go it, provided they have done well practiced on SAP ECC. Why? Because, as I already mentioned, 75% of functionalities remains the same as it is ditto.
Okay.
Only that 25% and interface feeling. The screens, instead of screens, the Fiori apps will be there. Just Google it, Fiori apps. You see the screens. You select in Google,
Okay.
select the images, just Fiori apps, SAP Fiori apps. Click on images,
Okay.
then you will get to know how it looks like and how the screen that I'm showing is looking like. So that interface feeling and some advanced functionalities, and also mainly, in future they can do a lot of automation testing on Fiori applications, but not in this particular screen that you are seeing on my desktop.
Okay.
And also this SAP ECC can be accessed from desktops only, but Fiori apps is like a web application where all the business users can operate that system from the laptop, from the desktop, from the tabs, from the mobile that you are using currently. Also, you can use that SAP Fiori apps, but
Fiori apps. Okay.
you cannot use it. So to make the utilization of all the new technologies that have come in ERP software, SAP company has come up with that Fiori apps to make the ERP software, SAP ERP software, even more advanced and convenient for the businesses to use it.
Okay.
This is all about the differences between SAP ERP software and SAP S4 logistics that you asked about.
Okay. 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 Yeah, that is one. Actually, I got some clear understanding from your this detailed explanation.
Yes.
Okay. So that I was just like means after this our training of 2.5 months, if I immediately go for the SAP S4 training, so that is also most beneficial for me, right? And if
It
I'm
is
planning
very
for the
much beneficial
certification in
because
yeah.
most of the people are working from last 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Still, they are not at all thinking about learning S4HANA. Maybe there might be n number of reasons, their personal work or XYZ. I'm not going against that. But what is happening in
Yeah.
the industry is what I'm telling. So you being a first fresh learner, you are thinking about learning S4HANA. But there are so many people
Mm-hmm.
who are there in the industry from last 5 years, 6 years, working as SAP SD, MM, FICO consultant, but still they are struggling with ECC only, which is not good for their career, I would say.
Okay. 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 Means if I go after our training, if I go for S4 HANA, then that is more beneficial, right?
It is very much beneficial to you, and it is a very good decision for you to build up a career in SAP.
Okay, okay,
And
okay,
also, if you want to do
okay.
the certification, I am an SAP certified consultant. I can provide you
Mm-hmm.
training also on how to clear the certification also in first attempt.
Okay, okay, okay. So actually, just little bit, I will take more 2 minutes here
No problem.
of you. Sorry for others
I
that
think
this is too late,
South
but
area, how about you? Is that okay for you?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay.
Okay, fine. It's only for today. It's not like this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Every
okay,
day. Okay, fine.
okay. So
Yeah, yeah.
actually, right now, I have 5 years
I'll come
of
back to you,
experience in my
Soundarya.
core.
Let him get his questions get answered. Then we will see if you have any.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yes, Aniket, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So just one thing. Actually, I will ask the question after my explanation. So
Sure.
basically, I have 5 years of experience in the core field and domain field of purchasing and all these things.
Yes.
So right now, this is the big decision for me to just leave my domain and enter into the SAP. And right now, I am also doing my job. So simultaneously, I will be doing this. So I guess it is very actually my plan was to directly learn the SAP S4 HANA, but I guess my eyes are open now with this fantastic explanation for me
Yes.
that I'm just comparing this FICO and when the HANA come for the FICO model and when the S4 HANA come for the MM model. So I
Exactly.
guess thanks for this. And one question: when we will be starting our classes? So the server access and all these things will be provided from your side, right?
Yes, everything will be provided. You can just communicate with Ankita, okay, who is
Okay.
she will help you on all those things. And if you need any further information also, you can provide. We will provide
Yeah. Okay.
server access also. You no need to worry about that.
Okay.
Yes, you will get the server access from
Okay.
our end. Yes, for practice.
Okay. Okay. But
So whatever the
yeah,
server
only
that are
last.
operating, the same like this only, you will get the server access.
Okay. 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 One last question.
You can go
What
ahead.
is your take that if I complete the ECC training and if I want the do the certification in the SAP S4 HANA,
Yes,
so is it beneficial for me after our training to go for that?
it's a lot of beneficial is there, because when you upload your resume, so if
Mhm.
there are 10 resumes, out of 10 resumes, if 2 resumes are with certification, then first preference
Mhm.
will be for those 2 resumes who will conduct the interviews. And then even though if you answer the less questions compared to the person who is not a certified person, say 1-2 questions less also, you will be preferred to take up for the job opening.
Okay. Okay. Means my domain experience will be also get utilized, right?
Domain experience also will be considered for the SAP ERP, because the functionality remains same. Experience matters for learning as well
Okay.
as analyzing the situations.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not
Okay.
just application change
Yeah.
to maintain the data, but explanation, understanding, everything is remains same. So for that reason, domain experience also will be considered.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It is not
So
only
just this is my worry, right? What about my
it is
5 years of experience? And I'm
not
just
only about this SAP industry. So
mm,
anywhere, if the domain experience is related to that particular sector, then that will be considered.
mhm,
So now say for example, if you have worked as a sales officer or sales manager,
mhm,
and if you learn SD
mhm,
module, definitely that
mhm.
experience will be counted for SD module. Now all your
Okay.
activities are related to procurement, and this SAP MM is
Yeah.
related to procurement. So definitely this will be
Yeah.
considered as a domain knowledge. How the domain knowledge word came into picture? Tell me. So whichever the
Yeah.
application that you operate, if that application is
Yeah.
different, but you have that particular
Mhm.
whatever the operations that happens in that particular department, if you have that knowledge, that is domain knowledge. So this will obviously considered as domain knowledge.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just that is only my
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
Okay.
So there
And
is a
the one
valid.
question that is about
Yes.
okay. Okay. Let Sandarya complete and then again I'll ask
No
my
problem, no
question. Okay.
problem. You can take time.
Because this is going too late. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
problem. You can take your
Yeah.
time. So Soundarya, do you have
Yeah.
any
Okay.
Soundarya?
Yeah, hi sir. Yeah, whatever the information I have got is like it's fully new for me. I didn't had even a clue what is SAP is and all,
Okay,
and I have got an idea how it works and everything.
okay, good.
This was very informative, and
Thank
few of my doubts has already covered by him.
Okay, yeah, I need
So
yes. Fine.
I
Then now
don't
you
have any
understand
questions
one,
then.
2, 4 classes, then you will come to know even better idea about how to operate the system, what are the functionalities, what are the tools that you are seeing on the top, what is it, what is this, all basic things. So at that time, from next class or next to class, you will feel even more comfortable when you see these screens. So fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Aniket, again your turn.
Yeah, yes, sir. Okay, okay. So, my one question is little bit like this. This is related to the how I will be treating the SAP. It will be like SAP freshers, right? After
See, whenever there is a
mhm.
domain knowledge at that time, they will not be treated as a fresher. That domain knowledge consideration will happen. See, any
Yeah, okay.
technology, it is not only SAP. Anybody learns Java, .NET, J2E, some XYZ. So few people
Mm-hmm.
to get more package, they'll try to show some experience. In the past also, they'll try to show
Yeah,
the same experience. This is there in the
yeah, yeah.
open. I think from in Pune, it is they started to learn from 1 to 3 years, but in Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, it is there from so many years. I know the awareness
Okay.
kind of activities from Pune. It is just recently
Okay.
reflected. Most of the people who are working from 4, 5, 6 years also in Pune, they don't know about all these things. But in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, they are experts in South India. So this is how they'll try to show experience by taking the information from consultants. So you can just call me and you can just ask me about those things as to how to proceed if you are looking for it. But
Yeah, I'm looking for that only. Okay.
you
So
can
so
just
that we can process this.
you can
Yeah.
just take inputs from offline, so I can provide you the
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
As to how
Okay.
to proceed.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apart from this, any other questions?
No. I guess there is no questions. Only I
Fine.
will just discuss the financial matters with Ankita, so
Yeah.
that
You can discuss, and also Ankita will let you know about the next class. What is the timing? We will fix exact timing, and we will stick to it. Not like what happened today. Okay.
okay.
Fine.
Yes. I mean, it will be a daily on the daily basis, and it will be
It
not
will
on
be.
weekends or.
It will be daily basis from Monday to Friday only. Every day it will be
Okay.
somewhere around 1 hour 15 minutes class. So that exact when it will
Okay.
start, when it will end, we will let you know. So Ankita will let you know about it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
But
sir.
no classes during weekend, but provided if I get any my office meetings or something, if I cancel, then definitely I will take
Mhm.
on weekends by taking the consideration of availability of all the students.
Okay.
Just to
Means
not
it will be not a batch for just me and the Saundarya who
few
has joined the class. Means
more
there will be other people as well in the
there
class,
are
right?
other people. So keeping all those things in mind, so Ankita will let you know about. It will not take much time to start it. There will be other people also along with Soundarya and you in the meeting, because
Okay.
Ankita wanted me to take a demo session because I think you contacted. So for that reason, that's okay. That's a different matter. We will see that later.
Yeah, okay. Means it will be only you na providing the training, right?
I am the person who will provide you the training for the entire course.
Yeah. Yes, okay.
Yes.
So, okay.
Fine.
Yeah, right. So, is it okay for you to share your contact, means to discuss the other matters? Maybe
Yeah,
tomorrow I will call you.
you can just communicate about that to Ankita.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Anything
Okay.
is there, Ankita will provide you all the information. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the class itself. No problem. So that other people also will
Yeah.
come. So I always recommend the students to ask all their questions in the class so that other people also may benefit out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. That is okay.
Yes.
But you just communicate to Ankita. Ankita will get you the directions on this spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Fine, guys. It is already too late. So thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining the class. Okay.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you, sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Good night.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Good night.